Tekken 7 really is a legendary game, and you can exclude the gameplay. What I'm really referring to is the way that it brought Tekken as a series into the mainstream. Before Tekken 7, there was no news articles, there was no global recognition. Tekken 7 ushered that in. From characters like Shahid going viral in Saudi Arabia, to characters like Lydia trending #1 in Poland, to characters like Josie making a huge splash in the Philippines, to characters like Fakamram shaking the foundation of Thailand with roar and thunder and celebration. Tekken 8 is carrying that torch once more, and the announcement of their new character is being received oh so well in Madagascar. One of the leading members of the Madagascar scene in Tekken is this Twitter account, Tekken Madagascar. This person, as I explained in previous videos, met Harada before when he went out there to watch their tournaments, interact with the scene, and learn more about Madagascar. Now, at the time, he didn't tell them that he was, planning on making a character. That was on hush. He was just there showing up to support the scene, but also learn. And it was cool that he did that because the end results of it being a character is something that everyone loves and everyone is wowed by. Now, there is some people who want the character's face to be readjusted and fixed a little bit, right? Some people think that conversation is toxic. Some people think it's just good criticism. The developers, as we know with season 2, they've been very open to that. They want the criticism. They want to get better. I think if they were to try to meet in a middle ground where they change the face a little bit, but not too much to where people lose the identity, I think that'd be a win for everyone. But as you can see here, Tekken Madagascar tweeted this a couple of days after the reveal, and it says, national impact. Feedback from Madagascar gamers have been very positive. All it needs is a little tweaking to make her face look a bit more closer to the concept art, with stronger defining features, and she will be perfect. Tags Rada, Nakatsu, and the great Michael Murray. And what this person shows is a news article, a old-fashioned newspaper with the Tekken 8 DLC on the front page. Now, I can't translate this, but if someone wants to just try to skim through it and give us a rough guess of what this is saying, I would definitely love that, appreciate it, and pin your comment when I see it. But you can see here, this news article is just really appreciative of what Tekken is doing. This is the first time ever where a fighting game period went to Madagascar to make a character, and that's what makes it so special, and that's why I think they should make a little adjustments to make everyone happy. You can see here on the second page, Harada and Nakatsu, who both were there visiting Madagascar, the tournament scene. They're also on the second page of this news article, and you also have this news segment here. Now it's 4 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't know if I can show this, if it's going to be taken down by copyright, but I'll try to show as much of it as I can. But basically, you can just see they did a whole segment on Tekken, the Evo reveal, and they're just really happy about their country being represented in Tekken. I'll go ahead and unmute a little bit. They're speaking in, I'm not sure what language they speak in Madagascar, but they're speaking their native language. And once again, if someone can piece together a little bit of what they're saying, let us know.
Tena hitanay tena mety tena nahatonga le izy le nonsy zay nanomboka nalaza tamin'ny 2021 dia izay moa ny anisan'ny communauté mietsaka indrindra sy betsaka indrindra amin'ny resaka jeux vidéo sy sport ety Afrique amin'ny Tekken. The
reason why this is really awesome is because Tekken usually makes headlines for kind of bad things. If you take a look at the Twitter account Dextero, this is one that I talk about a lot. It's the biggest gaming account on Twitter. Currently, they have 1.2 million followers. But usually when they talk about Tekken, it's either them talking about something that Harada said, where he teased the Waffle House collaboration. That probably will never happen because I can only assume that Waffle House don't want to play into the idea that you could get punched in their face at their diner, right? So they probably will ignore the request for a collaboration. But then you also have the acknowledgments of tournaments, Arsenal and Ash, incredible victory. But usually when you see a tweet from Dextero relating to Tekken, it's about season 2 backlash, players being eliminated from a tournament. Once again, the backlash. So it's just cool to see Tekken be recognized for something other than backlash or drama or negativity. Madagascar on Twitter also posted an image of them on Facebook, and you can see that this trailer announcement got 400,000 views with 14,000 likes on Facebook. The Madagascar community were really shocked by this and love it. This even caught the attention of Nakatsu, where he says, "I'm happy that Marizu, which we created together with the community in Madagascar, is being featured in the news and receiving such positive feedback." Harada chimes in and says, "Good. Tekken needs W's like these. It has so much momentum, so much potential, and is always pushed down because of like bad decisions, whether it's intentional, unintentional, whether it's something that Bandai Namco forces Tekken 8 to do. It just seems like Tekken 8 has so much bad luck. But with characters like Armor King, Fakaram, and Miruzu, this is the opportunity for them to turn everything around and put the game back on track." Tekken Madagascar gives another update on Twitter where you have another full page ad for the character Miruzu and her introduction in Tekken. I really wish I could read this because I would read it all for everyone, but you could just see the pictures here of the tournaments that was held and how that scene, that spotlight is being shined on them and all of Tekken. When Tekken decides to do new characters and they visit new regions, this is what they literally want to happen. They want so many people to, one, feel recognized, feel seen, but also see that Tekken is something that they can get involved in to grow. And I wonder how this will boost the sales of the game. And also too, I just like this tweet here where someone says, "You and I will probably never meet, but I want to say I love seeing how happy you are for having a character from your country and how much effort you've put into it to explain cultural details of her to everyone." Madagascar says, "Thank you. It's all love and passion for the game and our country that speak." This moment was even highlighted by Dextero, where it says, "Tekken 8's new character Miruzu is making the headlines in Africa for helping keep a centuries-old martial arts form alive." The Tekken devs traveled there to study the history and explore ancient ruins and learn from locals to make sure she honored their culture. Game director Harada went as far as hiring a voice actor from Madagascar to voice the character. The quote here from the developers say, "We didn't just visit and stay there. We actually studied local roots and history on site, traveled from big cities to rural towns, not just the World Heritage sites, co-designed characters with the gaming community in Madagascar, had those designs reviewed and refined by local communities, and even cast voice actors from Madagascar. We stayed on the island ourselves, studied traces and ruins related to their origin, and learned directly from the local communities. Many people and educators also gathered at the schools we visited, and we learned a great deal from those who experienced as well." Lastly, the great FDX says, "A lot of Tekken criticism is warranted, but this level of attention to culture and tradition should be celebrated." And really, that's what this is. Even though the gameplay of these characters can be a little bit finicky, you talk about balancing his stances and mix-ups. When you talk about just the design of the character, how much attention to detail they pay, how they try to uplift the culture, that is a very amazing thing, and I love that Tekken goes above and beyond that way. And in this video, I just wanted to highlight that.